Yo, Shalom family. What's good? I hope y'all doing all right. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the official Conscious Dude here at Conscious Dude TV on Instagram and on YouTube. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but over the past 2 years, I've moved around a ton, and now I'm finally like out here in Arizona, and I think I'm finally settled enough to where I can produce this and make it a great product for you guys. So what we're going to be talking about, or what we're going to be learning today, is a lesson from The Power of Concentration. Might be flipped a little bit, my apologies, but really great read, and I'm excited to get into it, and I'm excited to get into it with you guys. I was highly impressed by this book, and I've already gone through and made my highlights and stuff like that. All right, so this is gonna be something that I'm gonna try to do every single Friday. Don't know what I'm gonna call this Friday yet, so if y'all got a suggestion, please let me know. Or if you just want me to stick to quotes, let me know. You know, I'm all about what's best for you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is just fun for me. But yeah, I got a ton of books on my bookshelf, and I just want to share them all, with you guys. Please keep in mind that I do have to adhere to fair use. So as I'm going through this, I may stop, do some talking and different things like that. It's only for education and entertainment purposes. A brother ain't trying to get no copyright strikes, you feel me? But yeah, so without further ado, we're going to start with lesson 1. And it's titled Concentration Finds the Way. And the first paragraph starts off as saying, everyone has two natures. One wants us to advance and the other wants us to pull back. So, once again, everyone has two natures. One wants us to advance and the other one wants us to pull back. The one that we cultivate and concentrate on decides what we are at the end. Both natures are trying to gain control. The will alone decides the issue. A man by one supreme effort of the will may change his whole career and almost accomplish miracles. You may be that man or woman. You can be if you will to be, for will can find a way or make one. So you guys kind of get what they're saying? So they're basically saying inside of us, it exists two different natures, a yin and a yang, basically. That's what I kind of take from it. And what you pretty much try to push yourself to be is what you're going to become. You know what I'm saying? What you divide and place the majority of your energy into, that's what you're going to become. So let's keep going. I could easily fill a book of cases where men plodding along in a matter-of-fact way were all at once aroused, and as if awakening from a slumber, they developed the possibilities within them, and from that time on were different persons. You alone can decide when the turning point will come. It is a matter of choice whether we allow our diviner self to control us or whether we be controlled by the brute within us. No man has to do anything he does not want to do. No man has to do anything he does not want to do. He is therefore the director of his life if he wills to be. What we are to do is the result of our training. We are like putty and can be completely controlled by our willpower. So basically this is saying from the very core of our being, we're controlled by our will. Basically no person on this earth does not have to do anything that they don't want to do. Everybody has a choice of what they decide to do. And basically we have the divinity or the diviner self, and then we have the brute that exists within us on opposite extremes. And whatever you place your will towards is whatever you will yourself to be. Let's keep it moving. Habit is a matter of acquirement. You hear people say, he comes by this or that naturally, a chip off the old block, meaning that he is only doing what his parents did. This is quite often the case, but there is no reason for it. For a person can break a habit just the moment he masters the I will. A man may have messing up. Slow down. A man may have been good for nothing all his life up to this very minute, but from this time, he begins to amount to something. Even old men subtly change and accomplish wonders. I lost my opportunity, says one. That may be true, but by sheer force of will, we can find a way to bring us another opportunity. There is no truth in saying that opportunity knocks at our door but once in a lifetime. The fact is, Opportunity never seeks us, we must seek it. You catch that? The fact is, opportunity never seeks us, we must seek it. What usually turns out to be one man's opportunity was another man's loss. In this day, one man's brain is matched against another's. It is often the quickness of the brain action that determines the result. One man thinks, I will do it. But while he procrastinates, the other goes ahead and does the work. I'm sure we all know that person. I'm sure that's all been us at one point in time. I know that's been me, like saying like, hey, I am going to do this. And then probably like 6 months later, I actually do it. But while I'm busy doing that, somebody else is going ahead and moving forward with their goals and knocking out, their dreams and aspirations while I'm lagging behind. And that's basically what I take from that. They both have the same opportunity. The one would complain of his lost chance, but it should teach him a lesson, and it will, if he is seeking the path that leads to success. Many persons read good books, but say they do not get much good out of them. They do not realize that all any book or any lesson course can do is to awaken them to their possibilities. Ooh. To stimulate them to use their willpower. You may teach a person from now until doomsday, but that person will only know what he learns himself. You can lead him to the fountain, but you can't make him drink. One of the most beneficial practices I know of is that of looking for the good in everyone and everything, for there is good in all things. I can rock with that. I believe that there is good in all things. We encourage a person by seeing his good qualities, and we also help ourselves by looking for them. We gain their good wishes, a most valuable asset sometimes. We get back what we give out. The time comes when most of us all need encouragement, need buoying up. So, form the habit of encouraging others, and you will find it a wonderful tonic for both those encouraged and yourself, for you will get back encouraging and uplifting thoughts. Now, for those of you who have followed my page for the past few years, you know that quote, which I actually have highlighted here, I've used that in one of my videos before because I feel like it's power in that quote. I'm going to say it one more time. So form the habit of encouraging others, and you will find it a wonderful tonic for both those encouraged and yourself, where you will get back encouraging and uplifting thoughts. Now, this is something that I employ in the workplace every single day. Everybody has probably had that one person come to work and for whatever reason, they just negative all the time. Like you come in, full of joy, full of happiness. And then you just say, hey man, how's your morning going? And they were like, oh, well, I didn't get to drink my morning coffee because Starbucks was packed and, traffic was heavy and I forgot to get gas and this, that, and the third. And by the time that they finish talking, all of your energy is just drained. So I make it a habit of whenever I enter the workplace to try to uplift people. You can always beat people down and it's so easy to be negative. I always say that it's super easy to be negative, but not a lot of us take the time out to be positive and to encourage and uplift others. And I think that chain reaction, once you actually start doing it, it infects others positively to want to do the same thing. And now you go from having a toxic work environment to a positive one. Let's keep going. Life furnishes us with the opportunity to improve, but whether we do it or not depends on how near we live up to what is expected of us. The first of each month, a person should sit down and examine the progress he has made. If he has not come up to expectations, he should discover the reason and by extra exertion measure up to what is demanded next time. Every time that we fall behind what we plan to do, we lose just so much for that time is gone forever. We may find a good reason for doing it, but most excuses are poor substitutes for action. Woo! Bring that back. We may find a good reason for doing it, but most excuses are poor substitutes for action. Most things are possible. Ours may be a hard task, but the harder the task, the greater the reward. It is the difficult things that really develop us. Anything that requires only a small effort utilizes very few of our faculties and yields a scanty harvest of achievement. So do not shrink from a hard task, for to accomplish one of these will often bring us more good than a dozen lesser triumphs. Basically, don't shy away from a challenge. It's only going to serve to help you grow and help you become a little bit more stronger and a little bit more wiser in whatever discipline that you're actively in. I know that every man that is willing to pay the price can be a success. The price is not in money, but in effort. The first essential quality for success is the desire to be something. The next thing is learn how to do it. The next, to carry it into execution. The man that is the best able to accomplish anything is the one with the broad mind. The man that has acquired knowledge that may, it is true, be foreign to this particular case, but is nevertheless of some value in all cases. So the man that wants to be successful must be liberal. He must acquire all the knowledge that he can. He must be well posted, not only in one branch of his business, but in every part of it. Such a man achieves success. The secret of success is to try to always improve yourself, no matter where you are or what your position is. Learn all you can. Don't see how little you can do, but how much you can do. Such a man will always be in demand, for he establishes the reputation of being a hustler. Hey, I like that. There is always room for him because progressive firms never let a hustler leave their employment if they can help it. The man that reaches the top is the gritty, plucky, hard worker, and never the timid, uncertain, slow worker. An untried man is seldom put in a position of responsibility and power. And I, for one, I don't know about you guys, I, for one, can personally attest to that. When it comes to me advancing at the current job field that I'm in right now, I've advanced solely off of my hard work. I've gone in, most of the time I go in quiet. I kind of observe my surroundings, and then I just start doing my thing. I don't ask for anything. There's no need for me to brag. I always try to remember to remain humble, because that's the most important piece in anything that you're doing. Let's keep going. The man selected is one that has done something, achieved results in some line, or taken the lead in his department. Excuse me. He is placed there because of his reputation of putting vigor and virility into his efforts, and because he has previously shown that he has pluck and determination. The man that is chosen at the crucial time is not usually a genius. He does not possess any more talent than others, but he has learned that results can only be produced by untiring, concentrated effort. The miracles in business do not just happen. He knows that the only way that they will happen is by sticking to a proposition and seeing it through. So the only way to produce results is to start something and continue through with it. Never back down on something that you said you're going to do. See it through and carry that mission out, for you will achieve great results. That's truly what I believe. And that's kind of what I get from this. That is the only secret of why some succeed and others fail. The successful man gets used to seeing things accomplished and always feels sure of success. The man that is a failure gets used to seeing failure, expects it, and attracts it to him. Oh, so I see we get into a little bit of the law of attraction. Those of you who know about that, let's run that back. The man that is a failure gets used to seeing failure, expects it, and attracts it to him. So because the person that is used to failing is always thinking about failing no matter what they decide to do, they unknowingly attracted to them because that's the energy that they're putting out in the universe. And for anything to begin working for you in the universe, from based off of what I read, it all starts in the mind. A lot of this stuff starts in the mind. It is my opinion that with the right kind of training, every man could be a success. It is really a shame that so many men and women, rich in ability and talent, are allowed to go to waste, so to speak. Someday, I hope to see a millionaire philanthropist start a school for the training of failures. I am sure he could not put his money to a better use. In a year's time, the science of practical psychology could do wonders for him. He could have agencies on the lookout for men that had lost their grip on themselves, that through indisposition weakened their will, that through some sorrow or misfortune had become discouraged. At first, all they need is a little help to get them back on their feet, but usually they get a knock downwards instead. The result is that their latent powers never develop, and both they and the world are the losers. I trust that in the near future, someone will heed the opportunity of using some of his millions in arousing men that have begun to falter. All they need to be shown is that there is within them an omnipotent source that is ready to aid them, providing they will make use of it. Their minds only have to be turned from despair to hope to make them regain their hope. When a man loses his grip today, he must win his redemption by his own will. When a man loses his grip today, he must win his redemption by his own will. So when they lose their cool, they got to redeem themselves, but they only can redeem themselves by their own faculties, by their own will. They have to want to redeem themselves. Like, I can't just go off and have this like angry outburst and then expect you to come and forgive me. I have to want to, come out and seek their redemption and apologize and learn from my actions and learn, better yet, how to control myself. And later in this book is going to get into that. He will get little encouragement or advice of an inspiring nature. He must usually regain the right road alone. He must usually regain the right road alone. He must stop dissipating his energies and turn his attention to building a useful career. Today, we must conquer our weakening tendencies alone. Don't expect anyone to help you. Just take one big brace, make firm solutions, and resolve to conquer your weaknesses and vices. Run it back one more time. Don't expect anyone to help you. Just take one big brace, make firm solutions, and resolve to conquer your weaknesses and vices. Really, none can do this for you. They can encourage you. That is all. I can think of nothing but lack of health that should interfere with one becoming successful. There is no other handicap that you should not be able to overcome. To overcome a handicap, all that is necessary to do is to use more determination and grit and will. The man with grit and will may be poor today and wealthy in a few years. Willpower is a better asset than money. Will carry you over chasms of failure if you but give it the chance. So basically what lesson 1 is focusing on is willpower. How strong is your willpower? How strong are you in your conviction and your will to want to start a task and see it through, to want to make a change for yourself and continue moving forward with it? How strong is your willpower? The men that have risen to the highest positions have usually had to gain their victories against big odds. Think of the hardships that many of our inventors have gone through before they became a success. Usually they have been very much misunderstood by relatives and friends. Very often they did not have the bare necessities of life, yet by sheer determination and resolute courage, they managed to exist somehow until they perfected their inventions, which afterwards greatly helped in bettering the condition of others. Everyone really wants to do something, but there are a few that will put forward the needed effort to make the necessary sacrifice to secure it. Said it in one of my videos a long time ago, I think almost 2 years ago, was the one with the blue tank top. I'm gonna run that back one more time. Everyone really wants to do something, but there are a few that will put forth the needed effort to make the necessary sacrifice to secure it. Everybody has hopes and dreams. Everybody has aspirations, goals, everything that they want to carry out. But very few, a small percentage of people are actually going to use their willpower to get out of their bed, to put down that video game and sit down and actually put forth the needed concentration to carry out their goals. There are very few that actually do that. There is only one way to accomplish anything, and that is to go ahead and just do it. A man may accomplish almost anything today if he just sets his heart on doing it and lets nothing interfere with his progress. Obstacles are quickly overcome by the man that sets out to accomplish his heart's desire. The bigger the man, the smaller the obstacle appears. The smaller the man, the greater the obstacle appears. Always look at the advantage you gain by overcoming obstacles, and it will give you the needed courage for their conquest. So every time you overcome some sort of obstacle, some sort of hurdle that's preventing you from getting to your higher self or moving to that next level, in your place of employment, I always do like a recap or after action report and be like, hey, this is the things that prevented me from getting here. This is how I was able to overcome those things. And this is what I can do moving forward, because it's only going to serve to actually help you. You know what I'm saying? Do not expect that you will always have easy selling. Do not expect that you will always have easy selling. Parts of your journey are likely to be rough. Don't let the rough places put you out of commission. Keep on with the journey. Just the way you weather the storm shows what material you are made of. Never sit down and complain of the rough places, but think how nice the pleasant stretches were. View with delight the smooth plains that are in front of you. Basically, what I take from that is never complain. We're all human, so nobody's perfect. I've never met a perfect human being. So from time to time, people do complain. One of the things I learned in my workplace is people who constantly complain, but they have no solutions and they're just talking just to talk. I tend to stay away from those people. I actually tend to tune those folks out because I don't want them infecting my spirit or my energy. I'm very strong in my mindset that, yeah, it's going to be some rough days. Yeah, things are going to be hard, but it's all about your mindset and how you choose to get through it. You know, I can sit up here and complain about anything all day, every day, but unless I'm trying to find a solution to actually fix it or overcome it, I'm not doing nothing but growing the beast, and I'm growing the problem. You know what I'm saying? Do not let a setback stop you. Think of it as a mere incident that has to be overcome before you can reach your goal. And that's it for lesson 1. So let's recap. Lesson 1 is all about concentration and concentration finding a way. We spoke about willpower. We spoke about there is no one that can help you but yourself. And we spoke about redeeming yourself after you made a mistake. But the biggest key point that I want you to take home is willpower. Everybody possesses willpower, but what they choose to do with their willpower either helps them grow, keeps them stagnant, or decreases their growth. You know what I'm saying? So if there's something that you want to do, write it down and actually act upon it. You don't have to build a castle overnight. If you want to, let's say, start a business, let's start with something small. Let's start a business plan. Write down that business plan one day, and then the next day, do little small steps to get you to where you need to be. Whether that be, I don't know, after you do your business plan, go and seek out a financial advisor to figure out, hey, what kind of assets am I going to need to actually get this off the ground? You know what I'm saying? After that, try to figure out, hey, where do I want this place of employment to be? And just little small steps over time will get you to that goal instead of you trying to rush everything in one small time frame and then get frustrated because it doesn't go out the way you want it to go. So I hope I didn't bore you. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back next Friday with another lesson, and I will talk to you guys soon. Please remember, keep your head up, keep moving, stay strong, and always keep a positive mindset no matter what. It's going to benefit you in the long run. All right. Love y'all. Peace, family.